So there's so many things I want to just address here. I'll just repeat because obviously I'm getting new energies into the space. So just so you can understand how I work with what I do. With these divinations that I do. Um, this is not a platform about right or wrong. These are divine messages channeled accordingly. So I always say, please just take what resonates and then leave what doesn't resonate. I'm I've done the energy of arguing before about my beliefs and why I've come to where I've come from, and to validate my experience, to validate like my ancestral work that I do, like that that has been parked to the side for a very long time. I also said in one of my posts that if you see a post from anybody, what validates what they are saying for most of the time is their experience, and whether their experience is at a part where the burger is finished and your part is you've had another burger, or your part is you still craving for a burger. We are at different stages of our life. So if you want to, for some of you who want to comment and you're coming with the energy of trying to correct what has been divined, these things that are here have been divined on purpose. You must understand that it's not about the willingness to not learn what your views are, um, but it's just that it's a divination, you know? Angazi ukuthi how I'm going to explain that any more than that. And then I said, if you want to, for some of you, maybe it's just an encouragement for you to open up a page and share your experiences. Okay. Maybe this is an invitation for you and you've been wanting to, and you've just been needing the courage. And then, Mklambe, this is it. Open up your page so all your views you can share with people. Another thing, this is to my Black sisters. There's so much I want to say here. I just recently posted this morning about how we have been competed against as siblings. So when I speak here, I'm speaking from experience and my ancestors, specifically for my Black sisters. I remember a friend of mine, it was him, and there were one, two, three, three, three women who were engaged in the conversation night. And he said, the reason why women don't progress, if you see the way in which guys communicate with each other versus women, guys are willing to do business easily. And I've seen it so many times. Guys are thinking business, women are thinking emotions, and the emotions, which are beautiful to have, can block you when you don't see the business side of relationship. Do you understand? So unfortunately, we lose our power because we're so stuck in the human emotions. And you can see another woman trying to put another woman down too. And there's also this thing around like an older sister or an older sibling, but specifically, let me just talk about older sister because I'm speaking from experience, where they want to be correct. There's a part of an older sister that something scratches ngaphakathi, like inside, something gets scratched when your younger sibling doesn't have to go through certain experiences or painful experiences that you had. There's like a certain resentment, and it also extends from mothers to their daughters too, right? So this energy carries through. We must be careful and see how we operate as people and how why our progress isn't where it could be. So this could be an opening for us to understand that just because you are younger in terms of chronological age, younger kids have come with direct wisdom for renewal. You are sitting with older information, and it doesn't make one better than the other, because on one side, one would have more spiritual power, one will have more material power. It doesn't mean that one is less than. It means there's an opportunity for us to now collaborate together to progress moving forward versus trying to be better than the other. And it comes from this sibling rivalry and this competition in the home for love and affection. So it also comes to this aspect. I'm going to say it because I've experienced it firsthand myself when I don't listen. And I've just spoken about it last week about, guys, sometimes in these conversations, we have these small clips on social media. I personally will put like a long post and I will divide it according to what I'm thinking. Okay, this topic will keep them engaged. This certain aspect of the talk will keep them engaged, etc. Right? It's a good practice if you are going to continue just observing what divinations come through on this page. That I break things up. So get the whole context from going from part 1 to 2. If you've only come through one section and you're commenting on trying to be like correct me or whatever, then really you just really showing me where you need more softness and where there's more healing. There's an invitation for you to just heal. So my black sisters, if you're an older sister and you see someone younger, if you have more wisdom on a certain aspect, let's say you're more financially sort of elevated and stronger, support another instead of trying to be right or wrong or trying to be better than. Let's start supporting each other in a way that we didn't get in the homes. Let's not project this into the world, because this is what happens with the workforce. You try to be Miss Independent, you try to win over, you try to be the best person, because all of it is about love and affection, being the one who can finally feel like you're good enough to be loved. And I'm here to just say, if you didn't feel that from your parents, if you didn't feel that from your siblings, you are loved. You are more than good enough. The fact that you came here means that you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to prove anything anymore. But it is a habit pattern that is running through. I even said this just now on this talk when I was speaking about time and what time with the linear and the non-linear. So if we want to progress, let's learn to listen. And I say this because I know it's the work that I do. Sometimes we connect, we speak to respond, we speak to react versus respond. Let's learn to respond so we can listen to what is being heard. Because more often than not, it's like me if I say I want to go walk to Kenya, I'm going on a trek, this is my goal. And there's certain mapping points where I know I'm going to stop. There's certain information where I've read people's experiences before who have done this. I've researched my own thing. And then when are you going to come here telling me about Kenya where you haven't even been? Let's stop doing that. We're pushing past, going backwards when we do that. Let's stop doing what was happening in the homes. Let's start doing better. Let's start showing up for each other better. Whether you're younger as a black woman or whatever woman or whatever age group, it actually extends beyond that. If you see someone younger, support them in where they are asking for, hey, okay, I need this support. I don't have that strength. Add your strength. This is where we feed into each other. This is where we play. This is where we grow together. This is where business gets created better, because then we're safer. We're saying, this is my strengths and my weaknesses. That's why in every business plan, there's a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths and your weaknesses? The SW. What are your strengths and your weaknesses? Let's start asking that, because a relationship is a business. That's why in every single business that we do, the key thing that binds everybody is relationship. Because what it is, it's about trust. So learn to first just trust yourself in your word without needing to be right and wrong. Because this right and wrong comes from you good enough. You deserve my love and affection. And it comes from your parents, and it comes from their parents' parents. But if we are going to heal and progress as a people, Nyantel, let's learn to listen, to respond. Because like I said, if you are listening to someone's story, you won't want to correct them because they've already gone through it. Do you see how it becomes so almost like redundant to even respond or to comment on something that, like I spoke about, I'm speaking about algebra when uzokhuluma about geometry. This is where we halt our progress for this very reason, is because we don't listen. And I'm saying that because I've been in that situation. When something triggers me, I notice, and it took me a while to get to that place where I notice, and I'm like, I want to be Miss Right. I want to be Miss Know It All. Now I just listen to what people say. And if it's a client, then I get to respond because I've obviously come here for support. And if it's a friend, then I know we're going to engage because that's the support and sort of like non-verbal, verbal agreement that we have. But Nyankela, Black sisters, we are not here to fight. But we're not going to progress if we're thinking that we have to be better than the other. It's not going to work like that. Not in this timeline. My wish for everybody is for us to heal through these conversations. That's my only intention. If you look at my thread, I say very, very similar things. Nothing has necessarily back off track. And I'm not pro one race. I'm not against another. I'm not pro one age. I am able to, through support, be able to discuss every single topic and see different sides. So let's hold each other's hand and progress moving forward, because a world healed is a safer world for everybody, you included. So my wish for everybody, once again, is softness. My wish for everyone is that we learn to listen in conversations, is that we learn that when we are triggered, that it is an aspect of ourselves that felt like we had to rush to get love and affection. And I'm telling you, God loves you. You don't need to fight for love and affection. You don't need to fight to be right. You don't need to fight to stand out. And you can stand out, but you don't need to stand out because you're against me. You can stand out because you're for me. And it's more supportive because where you are weak, I am strong. Where I am weak, you are strong. And let's support one another. Anyways, that's just that.